there, welcome to this live on Gandhi Jayanti, where we are going to talk about inspirational leadership by Mahatma Gandhi. And today in this live session, I'm so happy and glad to talk to all of you right now on this topic. I am Priyanka Mishra, your speaker for today, and I welcome you on behalf of our entire team of the ATI, that is the Achievers Training Institute. Let us get inside of this session because I have so much to tell to you. But before doing that, I want to ask you a question. What is leadership? I'm telling you that we are going to talk about inspirational leadership by Mahatma Gandhi. But what is leadership at the first place? Interesting question. Let us figure out what is leadership. To understand what is leadership, I want you to answer this one question. Who is your favorite superhero? Who is your favorite superhero? Think about it. Think about that one name in your head. It is Batman, Superman, Captain America, or Spider-Man. Did you say Spider-Man? Yes, even I love Spider-Man a lot. Apart from Spider-Man throwing web here and there and jumping from one building to the other, what are the other things that you love of Spider-Man? What are the other qualities? Let me tell you what I admire the most. I admire his truthfulness. I admire his honesty. He is someone who stands for everyone. Whenever someone is in trouble, he is the one who goes and helps. He is the one who takes the risk and danger to fight with all the big villains, and he protects the city. Do you remember that? When Dr. Octopus, he started troubling people of the city, Spider-Man came to rescue and he helped people. So what are the qualities of leaders like superheroes? They're truthful, they're honest, they are helpful, they are always solving problems for other people, and whenever they are in trouble, they never quit. They face the problem and they come out of it. Isn't that true? I want all of you to learn these qualities, and you know what these qualities are? These are the qualities of a good leader. I want to ask you second question. What is your favorite sport? Think about it. Which sport do you like the most? Is it football? Is it volleyball? Is it cricket? If it is a cricket, give me a high five. I absolutely love cricket. So think about game of cricket. What happens? There is one captain, you know that, right? And this captain decides who will bowl first, what will be the fielding order, who will bat first, and the batting series. All of these things are decided by the captain of the team. And apart from that, captain has to take care of the entire team because he wants the whole team to perform in a way that they win. Okay? So what a leader does here? A leader empathizes, takes care of the team members, resource management. He takes the right decision. Which bowler should bowl when? Which batsman should come at what time? All of these decisions are taken by the captain. So what are these? Decision making and helping the team members, standing for them. All of these things are leadership qualities. Leadership qualities are everywhere. In fact, if you know, when you play your game with your team players, with your classmates in the school ground, there also you show leadership qualities. Think about it. When have you been empathetic to the other person? When have you been helping people out? When have you been thinking that how should I play so that our team wins? All of these times, you know what? You were showcasing leadership qualities. Now, the third and the last question that I want you to think about. Do you know about alpha wolf? Okay. Do you know about how a pack of wolves, that is a group of wolves, they go from one place to the other? These wolves, when they are together in a group, it is called pack of wolf. Okay, so this pack of wolf, it is always led by one alpha wolf, that is the leader of the group. And this leader, he knows the route. He knows the route and he strategizes that how the entire pack will move. What he does usually, you know, animals are very intelligent. What he does is, he stands at the first place, and after that, he puts 3 of the most strong wolves because that is the place where attack can happen from other animal or other pack of wolves. And then the vulnerable ones, the aged ones, the weak ones, the children, all of these wolves, they are at the center. And at the end, backside, again, he places some strong wolves. This is how the leader decides how to move ahead. And yes, this is the alpha wolf, the one who is at the front, faces all the difficulties first by himself, knows what he is doing, knows the path, takes the right decision, and takes care of the entire pack. So what do we learn from this? That this leader is empathetic. He cares for his entire pack. This person, he takes risk first and then he protects his entire pack. So these are what? These are qualities of a very, very good leader. So in the last 3 questions, when we discussed about our superhero, the cricket match, and about the wolf pack, the qualities of leader which comes up are that the leader is always a guide, the person who comes at the front and guides the rest of the people, the person who takes the risk in order to keep his people safe. He or she is inspiring. A leader is always inspiring. He or she always fills faith and hope into the team. A leader is effective communicator. Unless and until you tell about what you are about to do, why do you need help, what is the motto and the agenda, no one is going to listen to you, isn't it? So effective communication is very much important. The leader is always responsible for whatever he or she is doing. A leader is empathetic, understands the pain of the other people and always comes at front to solve them. A leader is also a problem solver. Wherever he or she thinks that any of his or her team members are in problem, the leader comes up to try to solve these problems. As you know, today is Gandhi Jayanti, and on this occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, I want you to draw inspiring lessons from the life of Mahatma Gandhi so that you can use those qualities in your life and emerge as an amazing leader and lead your life successfully. I am really excited to share these 3 big lessons from Mahatma Gandhi's life journey, with the help of which you can learn something, and we are also going to do certain activities. So be ready with a paper and pen. I'm going to ask you some questions based on that. Do write them. Let us see what these qualities are. Quickly take out your pen and paper, and we are going to learn 3 big lessons from the life of Mahatma Gandhi. All of the experiments he did, all of the resistances he faced, all of the struggles he faced, we are going to learn from his life. The first lesson that we learn from Mahatma Gandhi's life is integrity. What is integrity? Doing the thing that you should do when no one is watching you. So for an example, if you are crossing a road, you are on a vehicle, you're crossing the road and it is a red signal. If the police is standing there, you stop at the signal. But what do you do when the police is not there? When the examiner is there inside the classroom and it is a class test, you write your paper. What do you do when the examiner is not there? Do you cheat or do you stay true to yourself? That is integrity. Gandhiji had this amazing quality of integrity. He was always true to his ethics and his principles. He never said anything which was not true, and or at the same time, he always stuck to his principles. I want to give you an example. When British government posed a heavy tax on salt, which is a very basic commodity, can you imagine your life without salt? If the rates of salts are so high that you cannot afford to buy salt, imagine, that would be a very tough situation. British government started posing very heavy taxes on salt, and Indians were not allowed to make salt. So what did Gandhiji do? At that time, he thought of a thing. He was very angry that this was not the right thing to be done. But he did not showcase his anger, he did not shout it on someone, or he did not take any violent actions. What he did was, he walked 240 miles, yes, 240 miles, and he reached to a place called Dandi, and he broke the salt law there after walking 240 kilometers. While walking these 240 miles, not kilometers. While walking these 240 miles, this man, he started enlightening people and telling them that if this law is not taken back by the British government, we people are going to be affected so harshly. And people started following it. And suddenly, this converted into a whole big moment, and a lot of people joined him. When the British government saw that so many people are joining Mahatma Gandhi and they all are walking towards Dandi, and there at the Arabian Sea, they are going to break this and they are doing this protest, they had to take down this law because they thought that if they will not do this, people will get enraged and that will not be good for the government. This is how Gandhiji was, he was taking steps with his ethics and his principles. I want you to write down 3 times in your life when you think that something unjust was happening and you stood for it. In your life or in your friend's life. Anything. Think about the times when you did some mistake and you said it was your sibling's mistake. And he or she got the punishment. How did you feel at that time? What else could you have done? Please write this on that piece of paper, because when you think about these small little things, you are building your leadership qualities. You are being integral. You are working with integrity. Let us look at the second lesson that we want to learn from the life of Mahatma Gandhi. The second lesson is empathy. Empathy is knowing the pain of other people. Thinking that how would you feel if you were at their place. At one time when Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa, he had a ticket of first class. He wanted to travel there. He get inside of the train and he was thrown out of the train because he had the ticket, I already told you, because he was brown colored. The skin color? Yeah. There was racism happening. So browns and blacks, they were not allowed to travel in first class even if they had tickets. So at that time, when Gandhiji was thrown outside of that train, he decided that I'm going to work for equality of human beings. Not only based on their colors, but also based on caste. So in India, when he started working towards independence, he also worked on so many reforms for the betterment of the Harijans, that is, the societal castes which were not called the higher or the upper class at that time. So he worked so much for the equality of people. He wanted people to be treated same. Why? Because he was empathetic to these people. So what do we learn from this? I want you to think of a time when someone was getting bullied in front of you. Can you imagine any of your friend or your classmate getting bullied or troubled by some other person? I want you to write that experience. How did you feel at that time? What were your emotions? Did you feel that this is happening is right or not? And if you felt that that was not right, what did you do? Did you ask any adult to come and intervene? Did you go and help and support that person? What did you do? Please write down, because when you are empathetic to the other person's pain, that is the only way you will work towards betterment of yourself and the other person. The third quality of Mahatma Gandhi that we all should learn is non-violent resistance. He always stood by what he wanted to. He always protested. He did satyagrahas, he did hunger strike, he suffered a lot in his life. He was put into the prison. He did all of it. But what is that one thing that he never compromised? He was non-violent. Never ever he did any violence, or he suggested his followers to take part in any of the thing which was violent. Why did he do so? Because if you initiate violence, definitely the other person will also reciprocate the same. And it keeps on getting bigger and bigger, and it becomes so big that the damage becomes harder to control. When you are non-violent, but you stick to your point, you protest and you keep on speaking the truth, people listen to you. This is what Gandhiji taught to all of us through various examples of satyagrahas, strikes, protests, every single thing. But he said that never compromise with non-violence. Now, I want you to think about this also. When was the time when you were in argument with your sibling or with your friend and you went violent? I want you to think about the alternatives. What could you have done at that time rather than, raising your voice, raising your hand, getting into a fight. Rather than doing that, what else could you have done? You could have asked an adult to come and talk to. You could have complained it to your teacher or your parents, or you could have politely told to the other person that, no, this is not the right way to talk about this. What is it that you could have done? I want you to think about it. So this is the third thing that I want you to write. So after learning these 3 lessons from Mahatma Gandhi's life, I want all of you, all the children who are watching this, I want all of you to emerge. I want all of you to emerge as future leaders, because you know what? This whole country, you are the hope for our country. You are going to emerge as future leaders. I want you to have these qualities of a good leader. I want all of you to be empathetic. Look at other people. What good can you do to them? Can you feel the pain that they are facing? Can you understand that what are they going through? And if you can, what is the one thing that you can help them with, which is under your control? Go ahead and do that. What are the things that are happening in your surrounding where you need to stand up and speak the truth? When are the times when you lie to adults, to parents, to friends, to teachers? Stop lying. Be truthful. Be honest. All of these qualities, they are the qualities of a good leader. Take the right decisions. Make right choices. Be true to yourself. Once you start taking all of these habits inside of you, once you start practicing all of these habits inside of you, sooner or later, what happens is you emerge as a very good leader. Read about all the leaders across the world which you feel resonated with. Read about their life. Read about their struggles. Read how did they emerge out of that struggle phase, and learn from them. Make them your role model. You can make Mahatma Gandhi your role model. Read about his life. Read about his experiments with truth, and lead your life into a successful direction. So this was all I wanted to share with you for today. But before leaving, I want you to look into this competition that we are doing for all of you. It is All India Poster Making Competition. What you have to do, it is a simple thing. I want you to be super creative and make a poster on one learning of leadership that you learned, 1 to 5, anything you decide. Think about the leadership qualities that you learned from this session and put it into a poster. Make your poster decorative, attractive, colorful. Use pictures, stick pictures if you want to, draw pictures if you want to. Make it as good as possible. But I want you to highlight the quality of leadership that you learned from this video today. And what will you do? There is a link in the description. Click the link and you have to upload the picture of your poster and send it to us. The 3 winners will get a shield from us, the winner's trophy, and all of you who participate, you are going to get an e-certificate from the ATI for your participation. Thank you so much for joining me on this live session. I'm so glad to spend this time with all of you. Happy Gandhi Jayanti, and I want all of you to emerge as future leaders. Give it your best shot. Take care of yourself. God bless you. I'll come soon with another inspiring video for you soon. Stay tuned. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and tell about us to your best friend. Take care. Till then, bye-bye.